beautiful, a talk with my mother.
Database star.
What's your name?
Hi, my name is Kathy Hutton. It's actually Kathy Tooch, but not for long, so I want to say my maiden name, which is Kathy Hutton.
How old are you?
So I have to say how old I am?
Uh-huh.
Well, I just had a birthday May 17th, and I was 40-something.
How old?
45. Okay, well, let's see. I'll start from the beginning. When I was a little girl, I had 5 brothers and 3 sisters, and there was 9 of us. And we were kind of poor. We lived in a 2-bedroom house, and it pretty much sucked. And you know, I always wanted to have more money. So as I got older, you know, I went with Tiffany's father, and we were together for many years. But he was just a little too weird, and plus he got hooked on heroin. So you know, we kind of lost everything. Did you not want me to say that?
No, you can say that.
Okay. So then, well, you know, plus I was cheating on him because he was in charge of the drugs and stuff. So we had a nice house, nice vehicles and jewelry and important stuff like that. And then all of a sudden one day it was like gone. So I took my little Tiffy girl, because she was about 5 then, and we moved off on our own to an apartment for a while. Then I met this jerk from Beaver Falls. Well, I became a stripper. First I just modeled lingerie, and then I started, you know, stripping. There was a lot more money in stripping. So as I started stripping, I was making a lot of money, buku money. I should actually be able to have like this house by myself, but you know, I spent it on little shit and my kids and just wasted it literally, and I didn't really save any, you know. So now I danced for like about 12 years. It was a great experience. I loved it. I was good. My name was Brooke. So anyway, I was stripping, and I met many a goofy, strange men at the time, and you know, and I was drinking, and I was doing drugs, and I did cocaine, and you know, acid, and smoked weed, and I even did crack once, and that really sucked. Don't ever do crack. But it was kind of cool. It was kind of fun. But then I became a semi-alcoholic, so you know, I was drinking, get drunk every night, and the next 2 days I had hangovers. And it's not really a good thing. So anyway, I started getting older, you know, unfortunately, as we do. Even though I still look pretty good, here 18-year-old girls were coming into stripping, and I was like, you know, 30, 32. So I finally quit. I figured I want to quit before like they threw me off the stage or something, even though I still look pretty good. So I retired at the age of about, let me see, man, I guess I was about 40. And I really didn't even want to quit then, but I met my future husband who I married now, and so, and also in between there, and then after that, I worked at a massage parlor for a couple years, and I was always used to making like hundreds and hundreds of dollars a day, and now reality set in, and I have a real job, and I'm a nurse. It's kind of rewarding, but it also kind of sucks when you get your paycheck, because I used to make that in the night, but oh well, I guess that's life. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, as the old saying goes. But to me, you know, beauty is diamonds and gold and SUVs and stuff like that. Because, like, as far as a real love relationship, that ain't happening. That's only in a movie. Oh, to me, perfect body. It's similar to mine. You know, the old 34, 36, 24, 36. Big boobs, small waist. Moderately sized hips, about maybe like I'm 5'3" and I weigh like 105 pounds, and to me that's perfect. I like being thin. I will never be heavy. I don't like heavy. And when I start, one time I weighed 125 pounds, I almost died because none of my clothes fit me, and it was just like, ugh, I can't wear certain things. Now I can wear anything. I look good in it.
What do you think of my body, Mom?
I think you're a big girl. I think you and most of your friends are big girls. Of course, the big girls, It's like being big. Well, you know, that's your choice. I mean, to me, I would never want to be like that. For you guys and for you, I guess that's all right.
Tell me about when you got your surgery.
Oh yeah, I forgot that part. When I got my face surgery, I had a very horrible, horrible experience. I had, actually wasn't a facelift, but what they did was I had my breast implants removed, the silicone. At the same time I was getting my new ones in, which were like, probably about 2 cups larger than my other ones. And really in the beginning I was like a 32B, I was like almost flat chested, and then I went up to like a 34C. No, like a 34D. And that's the way I like it. Actually, I would like to have a double D, but my doctor wouldn't do it. But at the same time, they were performing some facial surgery. I wouldn't say, well, it's plastic surgery, but it wasn't really plastic and didn't. So whenever they opened me up, I think the problem was, I think they hurried out and did my face, because when they took out my silicone implants, they found that they both had burst, which I had kept telling him, and he said, no, they're fine, they're fine. Well, they had both bursted, and the silicone was stuck all on my chest wall, and they had to scrape it all out, which took like an extra hour. And I was in surgery for like the total of 8 hours, completely dead asleep. And when I woke up, you will never believe, I looked like a freaking monster. My face was all bloated and red. I had this big bandage over my whole face. I'm sure Tiff will probably show you the tape. And I looked like somebody beat the hell out of me. My eyes were black and blue. My lips, oh, I got my lips done too, a little bit puffy. My lips were like this. And I just looked like death. I looked like death. It was terrible. And for like the next, my eyes were bleeding. My eyes were, blood was just running out of my eyes. I had pain pills and all kind of pills, and you know, Randy did take really good care of me at the time, I'd have to say, because I was like totally nuts. And for like the next couple months I couldn't even go anywhere because I looked like a truck ran me over. Every time I go out, people were like, you're in a car accident, and I'd be like, yeah, instead of telling the whole story.
Do you think it was worth it?
Do I think it was worth it? I think it was worth it in that I feel better about myself, but on the other hand, I think it's not worth it because of the numbing of my face. If my face wasn't numb, I'd say, hell yeah, that was great, even though I did go through hell. But like I said, it's just a really weird feeling. I can't explain it to anyone. But it's 50-50, yeah, I kind of think it was worth it. I would probably do it again. Not for like 10 years or something, yeah. Oh, I wouldn't actually say I was beautiful. I'd say I was like kind of cute or pretty maybe, but not beautiful.
My mom has probably shaped me in more ways than I can ever know.